Hey everyone, it's Jessica. We're gonna do a live video, or I'm gonna show you live how to do the print then cut. So I'm just gonna kind of talk to you for just a few minutes while we wait for people to join. And I'll show you what I did already actually. So I already did a cute little refrigerator, or not refrigerator, I keep saying that to myself even, dishwasher magnet that you can flip, and it says clean or dirty. I think it probably looks backwards on your screen, but it is written the correct way. It just looks backwards on this live video. But I did one of these, and I'll show you a couple more I did in a minute, because I did more than that. I'm gonna wait for a few people to kind of join in, and then we'll get started. Before I do that, I'll mention to you while we're waiting, and if some of you might have already seen me live today if you're already in my Craft Life Club group. So if you haven't, it's linked at the top of this group, and it's Craft Life Club is my other group, one of my other groups, and it's if you're interested in, or you already, sell stuff that you make and you want to learn more about marketing your products or getting started, feel free to join that group. It's linked at the top of this group, Craft Life Club, and we just kind of, I give you helpful tips and ideas in there, so feel free to join. I'm just going to wait a little bit while more people join in before I get started on the demo. So let's see, is anybody on here yet? Let's see. Okay, so hopefully we get a few more people coming in. Okay, I'll show you some of the other ones I did. So I work, I teach an evening class twice a week, and so then I'm gone in the evenings those days. So I made some printable, the text is backwards on, I think, on the video, but it's not in when you actually do it. I think the video just flips it. But I made these printable magnets because I leave my kids notes on the evenings I'm gone when I'm teaching, which is a couple nights a week. And instead of having to write stuff out every single time, I made these printable magnets. And they're just kind of to tell them what I want them to do, like their chores, either like vacuuming, sweeping, and I have, on their room, on their doors to their rooms, they have a little magnetic whiteboard where I leave them notes, but I am going to use the printable magnets so I don't have to write it out every time, and they'll just be like, oh, this is what I have to do tonight, which homework will be, like every night, but I thought it was cute. And then, my dishwasher, clean, dirty. Again, it's backwards on the video, but it's not when you actually do it for real. I don't know how to flip it on here. Is there a way to flip it? Does anybody know? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to actually walk you through the steps of creating your own design, kind of like this one or like this one, right in Design Space. And then we're going to do the print then cut feature using the Cricut printable magnet sheets. So why don't we go ahead and get started, and hopefully some people join in, because this is kind of a fun feature. Actually, when I used to be terrified when I first got my Cricut, like, a long time ago. I was really scared to do stuff because I thought I was just going to screw stuff up. But really, I mean, you just have to try stuff and see. You just learn as you go. Everybody makes mistakes. But one of the favorite things that I've figured out is using print then cut, because it makes my life so much simpler. I mean, there's print and cut vinyl, there's print then cut magnet sheets, there's all kinds of stuff that you can print, print right on cardstock, and then your machine will just cut it out. So then it makes life so much easier. All right, so I'm gonna flip this around and I'm gonna show you what I have. hold on here. Okay, so here is my design space. And I already did, oh, I didn't know these little flowers were going to be in here. Maybe I changed this to regular. There we go. Okay, I already did this clean, dirty magnet, and then I did the vacuum cleaner, the homework, and the broom and dustpan. I already printed those out, so I created those already. I created some new ones that I'm going to also print out, just some motivational stuff for my kids to put up on their message boards every day. So I'm not going to actually print the stuff I already did. I'm going to hide those and hide that one. Okay, but I am going to print these out, and I'm also going to make a new one. So if you want to follow along as I make it, how do I get back out of this thing? Okay. All right. So what you want to do, I have these that I already made ahead of time, and I'm going to make one more. And actually, if anybody wants to give me some ideas of a saying, that would be kind of fun, because right now I have "You are awesome," "You are loved," "You rock," and "Be true to yourself." So I want to have one more so I can kind of alternate them. You know, maybe I'll even make a couple more so I can alternate them between, you know, every day is not going to be the same thing. So let's see, is anybody on this video yet? Because I really would like, if anybody's going to watch, I'd really like to have, you know, your ideas, just throw them out there. Okay, so hi, whoever joined. I can't see who joined, it's not showing me, but if you want to just say hi in the comments. I'm just going to walk through making some printable magnets, and I have some sayings already created that I'm going to put on my kids' magnet boards. I'm just looking for ideas. If you have an idea for another saying, I'm going to make one more. So I'm going to get started. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to just pick a shape. So I think I'm just going to do, I have 3 circles in this octagon already. Maybe I'll just do another octagon. So it just, you get the shape, and you don't really have to do anything with it yet. You can change the color if you want. I don't know what color I'm going to do. It depends on the saying. So I'm just going to leave it for the moment. And I'm going to add some text. So I'm going to click the text box, and I'm just going to type in, you know what, I think I'm just going to say, believe, if I can spell it correctly, believe you can. And I think I want those 2 down below. And then I'm going to do align center. And I don't like the spacing of this, and I'm not really sure if I want this font or not. Actually, I kind of like that font, but I don't like the spacing in between. So I'm just going to adjust it in this line space up here. You can adjust it so that they're closer together. And I'm just going to keep going until it kind of gets where I like it. The spacing of the letters themselves are, I think, okay. Just don't want it so far apart top to bottom. Okay, so I have that. Then I'm going to take it and put it on here and just kind of fit it in. Oops, I can move either one, I guess. Fit the text in. I don't know why it keeps grabbing the octagon, but that's fine. Maybe a little bigger. Oh my goodness, it keeps grabbing that one. Okay, so I have my text kind of where I want it. And now I'm going to decide on my colors that I want it, because whatever color you pick on here is what it's going to print as. So I think for the octagon, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change a color. I don't know. I'm not very good at deciding on colors. So let's see. How about, what is this, fuchsia? No, let's do wine. We'll do wine. That way it's not too pink and my son won't be whining about pink colors. Okay, and then I'm going to change the color of the text as well. And I think I'm going to go black, maybe white. Let's see what looks better. Do you like the white or the black? I think I liked the white better. Okay, and then the thing I'm going to also change, and I don't really have to do this right now, but I'm going to because it'll show me how it'll really look, is if you click on the scissors and change this to print for the text. I'll change it back to cut so you can see the difference. So cut, it has like this outline on it. When you change it to print, you can see that it kind of makes it how it's actually going to look when it prints. So I'm going to do Believe You Can, and then if I wanted to, I could also add like some fun little images. So what would be kind of fun to add? Maybe a cloud? I don't know. So let's see. I'm just picking stuff off the top of my head. I kind of like this one, and I have an Access subscription. So all of those are included in my subscription. So here's my cloud, and then I just have to place it however I want. I'll put it here, and then I will put it arrange and move backwards so it's behind the text. Okay, but now that white text doesn't look so good anymore if I have the cloud. Let's try it in black again. No, I don't like the black. We'll stick with the white, and I'll do something else other than a cloud because that didn't look very good. Let's see. What do you think we should do? Let's do Believe You Can. What would be a good, I don't know, a flower? I did a flower on one already. I guess I could just do another flower. Why not? We'll do another flower. Okay, so there's my flower. I'm gonna just resize it and arrange backwards so it's behind the text. I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. And what color should I make it? Green? Sour apple green? Maybe. I'm not really digging this one, for the record. The other ones I made so far, I kind of like. This one, I'm not digging so much. Maybe if I make it big. What do you think about that? Does that look good? I think that looks better. But then I think I need a darker flower. Not that color. This is like the hardest part of making these, is deciding on the colors. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I still don't like it very much, but we'll go with it. We will just go with it. Maybe it's the octagon. Maybe I'm just not digging that color. Let's see. Man, I'm just not liking this. Okay, we're gonna go with it though because we need to get it printed. All right, we'll just go with that. So then the next thing you need to do, once you have it however you want it, you need to select everything. And you're gonna go down to where it says, I don't know if you can see this down here. I just unselected everything, so I'll do it over. There we go. Go down here where it says flatten, and you're gonna hit that button. And that is going to make it so that everything on here, well, it's all attached together now, but it's also going to print it exactly the way that it looks right there. So I'm gonna make this to the whatever size I want it to be. And I found that like just over 1.5 inches is kind of a good size for these, for the ones I've already printed. Okay, so now that I have that, the next thing you want to do is you're going to just hit the Make It button, which you should all know where that is. And then it's going to pop up on your mat. I actually am going to double this up. I'm going to make 2 copies because I'm going to use, I have a boy and a girl who go to school that I'm going to put these on their boards and alternate, so that way I have some for each of their boards. So I'm going to make 2 copies, and then you hit, continue just like you would. So this is what it's going to look like when it goes on your printer. And then the first thing you need to do before it even cuts is you're going to print. And I already have preloaded in my printer the magnet paper, but I'll show you. We'll walk over real quick. I'll flip around. Okay, there we are. Actually, I probably need to flip back the other way. Sorry. Okay, so here is, I already have it out of the package, but this is the Cricut magnet paper, and I really like it. It's just printable magnet sheets. And in my, if I jump over here, in my printer, this is the printer I have. It's you have to use an inkjet printer. I have it already loaded in here. So when I go back and I hit send to printer, it'll just print on my printer. So I'm going to do that right now. And one other option that you have when you hit send to printer is you have the option to bleed. So if it's checked right now. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of small and there's a glare. There, that's better. If I uncheck it, you can see a little difference. Bleed kind of, I guess, expands it a little bit, and then no bleed. So on my last ones, I left it with the bleed, but it's up to you, whatever you like better. I think I'm going to leave it with the bleed, and I'm going to hit print. So that's just going to send it. Make sure you have the proper printer selected, and that's going to send it to the printer. So it's printing right now. In the meantime, I'm going to set up my Cricut. I have custom selected on my dial. I have an Explore Air, so I'm going to hit magnet sheet, and there is, if you click view all, there is actually another magnet sheet you can select in there, which is 0.6 millimeter. I'm going to just use the 0.5 millimeter. I'm going to change the blade because I have the deep cut blade loaded, so I'm going to make sure I pick that one. And now I just need to wait for my sheet to come out. I think it's done. I heard it going. So let's go check. It printed very fast. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Hold on. Okay. So here's what it looks like. It came out perfectly right out of the printer. I mean, it looks great. The colors are good. And actually that Believe You Can turned out pretty good. It looks better than it did on the screen, in my opinion. Okay, now when you do these, you're going to use your strong grip mat. And I'm going to set this camera down if I can try to adjust, because you have to line, I'm going to try to adjust this so you can see. Hold on. You have to really try to line it up on the mat really well. Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to try one more time. So it's going to take me 2 hands to really get it on the mat where it needs to be. Oh, here we go. I think I can do it that way. There we go. I got it. Okay. So I'm going to use 2 hands because you really need to line it up perfectly square on the mat, because since this is a print and cut, the Cricut is going to read the marks that are on, that have been printed on here, but you want to line it up, you know, pretty straight on here so that it cuts nice and even on those lines. So then you just push it on. Okay, so it's on my strong grip mat. I'm just gonna load it in. I've already set the dial to custom, and we've already selected magnet sheet and the deep cut blade on the computer. So now all I have to do is hit my little Cricut button and it's gonna go. And you know, if you use your Cricut before, you know this is loud, so sorry about that. But it shouldn't take too long. I mean, it's just reading the marks right now to know where to cut, because we did the print then cut. So it's gonna read that black square and figure out where it needs to go, and then it's just gonna cut. It's reading right now. That's why it's not cutting anything. But I've done this a few times and it really, oh, there it goes. It's pretty slick though, because I mean it cuts where it's supposed to. So it's just gonna take a minute. In the meantime, if you have a project that you've done with print then cut, or anything else you want to share, post it in the comments, because I'd love to see all of the stuff that you've created, whether it's a magnet sheet or you've done print then cut cardstock or vinyl or whatever it is that you have used this feature. I'd like to see, because this feature is one of my favorites. It makes, like I said, it makes my life so much simpler when I can just print out what I want to do and have the Cricut just kind of cut it out. Hold on one second here. Okay, so just show me some projects that you've done if you've done some. If you haven't, put some ideas in the comments, and some things that maybe you want to try or questions that you have. We'll be happy to try to answer them. Okay, so it's done cutting. So let's go over. That was pretty fast, actually. So let's go over and take a look. Okay, so we're just going to unload. Yay! I probably could have made more of these and filled up that whole paper, but I didn't really need that many. So you will see, if I can get this up here, it cut out the circles, and everything inside the circles is just printed perfectly where I want it to be. It didn't actually cut out the lettering, because we don't want it to do that. We want it to just leave these pieces whole. And then all you have to do now is just peel it off the mat. So if I peel the outside, you can see this piece here is left intact. And I usually, because it's on the strong grip mat, I just kind of use my spatula to lift it off. I'll just do that in a little bit. But I wanted to show you how easy it is to really just make your own design if you want to, or you can just grab something right off Design Space. What was it? The vacuum cleaner I had, the mop and the broom and the dustpan, those were just images right on Design Space that I grabbed and resized to how I wanted them, and I hit flatten, and then that was it. I could print them and cut them out. So you can make your own very easily and just run it through your printer, and Cricut will cut it out for you. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll try to answer them. Share your projects with us, because I'd love to see them. And if you are interested in learning a little bit about marketing stuff that you sell, or if you want to get started doing that, join the other group that's linked at the top of this group, the Craft Life Club, because we got a few people in there already, and there's some great tips in there. So thanks for watching.